Let's should be good. There we go. Okay, this Skag fan book. Yet again, working on the last fall story. I am gonna continue with the new chapter that is the all green chapter because I thought of more things to add to it. Over the few weeks that I haven't really wrote in it. Um, the the thing is, I have to get used to like writing writing while streaming, and I have to get used to that. That's the only way this this is this is gonna work for me. So I have to get used to it. I have to get over the stage fright, whatever the crap you want to call it. I have added a bit to it without but not being on stream, so I'll redo that. But then I'm gonna start adding the new thoughts that have come to me to put into the story. But yeah, so I'll begin with what I've already put, and I'll go from there. So I mean, last we left off is we're still with Desiree. She attempted to try to land the cargo plane as it was going down. It either did work or it didn't work. I don't know. This is a rough draft. It's basically just the ideas are out there. That's about it. It's not anything concrete. So let's see. Night and day blend into each other as gaslight travels freely. That's the bull that she is now kind of attached to because of the overgrowth of her anxiety. And these are all plants. So the whole idea is when the person is stressed, so it's a person that is a plant, okay. So when the plant, Desiree is stressed, or any of them is stressed, they overgrow. That's the whole idea. And because of what Desiree is, she's supposed to be like a pitcher plant or a Venus flytrap type plant. She actually feeds off other plants. I haven't really thought of like the whole because I mean a Venus flytrap eats like insects and whatnot. It's like it's something I'll get to at eventually. So all we need to know is right now Desiree is attached to the bull. The bull is also a plant. And is named Gaslight. Travels freely. Though he does some as though he has some as though he editing is a process, as though he has some destination. He has some destination to get to. Always the same direction. I'm able to thrive off him as he photosynthesize, since I'm a parasite to him. This is Desiree speaking still. Still he struggles as well, growing weaker and weaker due to the fringe from the fire of Argane. So we left off with a dragon type thing coming down from the moon and shooting beams of light or something at them. And Desiree lost her arms in it. Gaslight also got fringed. Um, and like these parts of them aren't grown back, strangely enough. So we'll get to that. Uh, it's there. So as you staring at those stumps, they won't go back. I can't detach myself from him. Blah blah blah. Arguin went back to the moon after its attack. Um, that's left to debate, I guess. I don't know. Every, we'll get to it. I still can't make heads or tails over why it attacked us, other than some sort of warning connected with the harmonic field. Um, I do know we've been traveling away from the harmonic field, deeper into the wilds. The force that's been speculated beyond the harmonic fields is accurate, but still to be going on this long, we've only thought it was a short amount, or even nothing at all. We've never been able to set foot outside of it and the great tormenting. So there was an event that happens to all the plant people called dormanting, and when that happens, they go to sleep, and when they wake up, they're like refreshed. I haven't thought of the specifics of it yet, but yeah, like I said, rough draft, it's only to put out the general ideas of where the chapter is going to go. I never tracked how far out I traveled, nor do, and they, when the dormanting happens, they go to a particular place and sleep, but Desiree and a few others actually traveled outside of the harmonic field, and that's part of the mystery. And again, this is all in the fourth act of last fall. Nor do we know why nor do we know why, but Gaslight was just a tiny fauna then, so I think I'm using the term fauna for like all of them. So it's like a species name. So like we're called humans, they're called fauna. Is he owning in on where he's supposed to go, where his home is? Colors of the rainbow shine over the horizon as Gaslight pokes up. Excitement courses through his disheveled body, and I get a jolt of adrenaline. I can feel his excitement as he rushes through the woods until a large seedling appears. A rainbow or small shoots rising into the skies, and a large green hand comes down as Gaslight slides to a stop. A face of a large man with a flowery beard looks down on us. What have we here? So this is going to be a person from a lost civilization. And then I'm taking out that because I don't need it. The man voice boom as he pokes Gaslight side and then stares directly at me, a growth on him, asking if I'm alive. Let's see. So, yes. How do I want? So like I said, I need to get used to like doing the actual editing in front or on chat, because that's part of why I want to stream. I want to stream myself editing and stream myself working on this book to build a community around it, to actually get people to, like, they're interested in the book. They want to read the book. That's this whole process. It's a pain in the butt, but that's what I'm gonna try to do to get this off the ground. And it might be filled with a lot of silence. I don't know. I will go from it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Screen. Material to us. So I don't know. Maybe I read off. Well, I will read off what I wrote. So like, it's not just green but brown, made of wood, valuable material to us. I'm making it up as I go right now, or at least some of it. I did think deeply about this while at walk last night. Valuable material to us. He tries to pull at my roots, connecting me to gaslight, trying to free me. What's going on with my music? So trying to free me. See around the seedling that's caught in color, that there is brown all around its base, and that a lot the land around us is barren, as if the seedling is draining the land of its nutrients. And I mean that a lot of this comes from the fact that my dad's a horticulturalist, so I have an unusual amount of knowledge about plants, or yeah, something like that. Nutrients. If I can free from the boil, go rest in those waters, will nourish your roots. Sunrise. No. Nourish. And this is where I spend like 10 minutes just trying to figure out the correct how to spell the word. Or I'm gonna Google it. Stupid music doesn't want to sit well, so right now. Nourishment. Now. will nourish your roots. For harmful to us. All green is gracious. All green is gracious. So here is gonna be a twist on. So the, well, I'll get to it when we get to it. I stare up at the man as he continues to prune in my roots from the bull and prune. I think that's how you spell it. But when it is continuing to prune my roots from the bull and free me eventually, letting me bring me eventually. Period. Gaslight shakes me off once he's free enough and runs into the waters where his body immediately looks healed once more. Immediately. Immediately. Then we're gonna find that I always have the same words come up that I can't spell and I need to Google. There we go. Well, his body immediately looks refreshed, not healed. Refreshed once more. What do you mean all green is gracious? We all, no, my group that came here all died because of all green. I became a monster because of that snake looking thing. And I mean, it so again, the dragon came down from the moon. It's not, whatever, we'll get to it. We're gonna get to it shortly. So again, I became a monster because of that snake-looking thing. The giant man, looks up at the moon and shakes his head. I saw that coming down, but you think that's the all green? He axes me, leaning forward so I can see more of his face. It's more disheveled. Disheveled. It was disheveled. What are you anyway? I asked him directly as directly as I go to the models myself, dragging the lengths of roots behind, and then so again she has a lot of the overgrowth caused of feet which have roots on them to like overgrow, so she's like dragging them with her, dragging the lengths of roots behind me. But once they touch the waters, I feel refreshed. And again, I'm just putting down the general idea. It's not like it's concrete. Not yet. I mean, all of this is, in a sense, concrete. It's just how I'm going to phrase it later, or how am I going to be more descriptive when I get to the actual editing of it. I sigh in relief. However that's spelled. Not release. Gotta go to Google. And that's how you spell it. Like you see a word a million times, but you can't spell it. And then you have to look it up and be like, oh yeah, stupid leg. There we go. I sign relief. I am Cont, and I've never of a species like you. And then this tends to happen species when I write, because I ask a question, but then I like pile up the more questions behind it, and then like after I'll get through editing like each question in so it makes sense, instead of just like a bunch of questions back to back. And then of course paragraphs of detailed and whatnot. It's I mean I tend to like dialogue a lot more than descriptions, but descriptions are definitely needed when writing. Let's see, so all ourselves fauna. Q. I'm lumber. My species inhabit on green, use on green centuries ago. Species. Letting my roots soak. I now act seriously as light goes deeper into the waters and other animals come out of the woods to join us. And then once I curiously, okay, see you are curiously. So once I get, basically what's gonna happen is once I get this rough draft done, when I do my nap, basically, it's basically a nap. I will receive, or I won't receive, but if there's something that I should add, I will be shown that in my mind's eye. So, and then I'll come back and add that. That's how it's been with most of the book. So I would write out a chapter. There's something they want. I guess the universe or whatever you want to call it wants me to add. They will show it to me in my mind's eye, and it's completely animated. It's in the animated style that I'm going for. Once this project becomes like a movie, and then it will be, and then I'll just put it in the book, and it'll become part of the book. I mean, I completely have the option to add it or not add it, but usually what is shared with me is something I do want to put into the story anyway, because it enhances the story. So, join us. We knew of an ancient civilization that no longer walks, no longer is living. They used to from what we can tell, and Garfield shared with us, shared with us, they overused the materials of of an ancient civilization. Overused it doesn't show my right clicks. Okay, that's interesting. The materials. There you go. They overused the materials and more costs for it. The man nods. Let's see, the man nods. Yes, that all happened when there were less than 100 of us remaining. 100 of us remaining. I am probably last lumber. Yes. The man probably last humble. Why do you keep saying all green as if we're on it? So I don't know if I'm going to give a name for the actual land before this, or if Desiree is going to find out here that the land that they are on is actually called all green, and that the dragon that attacked them is not all green. It's just some random plant like the bull, the gaslight is. Have our teachings died out as well. He axes to himself, then back to me. Look and listen. He pauses as I gaze. I need to have better vocabulary than like stare and gaze and whatnot. It's repetitive, and I don't like repetitive. Look and listen. He pauses as I gaze around at the creatures that have come to soak in the brown waters around the giant seedling. I can hear it humming, an etheric melody. And enriched, no, etheric, H-I-C, etheric melody. I can hear an etheric melody. You are living on her. The all green is the land we all inhabit, and we lumber was harvested all of the grand trees that used to sprout from her, almost killing the land, almost killing her. Let's see, almost killing her. Taking in this information, I think about the petrified would that in cases or city, in cases or city, then we live in a hollowed stump, and what about the harmonic field? If I feel that in cases, this is the city. You talked about a guy named Garfield. And, he's a Ollie Polly. And so I don't think I've actually gotten to the point of, in any of the streams I've done, explaining what a Ollie Polly is. Basically, I describe them as basketball size men, bald men that like in like a tight jumpsuit or something. They have a they basically are able to visit different realities while their main body stays in their own, like their home reality. And they have like a metal plate or something, or like metal like things under their skin that helps them do this, and they're super smart, so they're kind of everywhere in the story, here and there, and every reality. Once they get to a certain point, a Wally Polly will like find a scientist or something that is super like that is intelligent and that wants to learn and understand, but they don't want to like they're open-minded to anything. So someone that is open-minded, they will find, and they will start to help them like grow more, and that will like branch out to the rest of the reality. But and those species names, so like we're humans, the plant people are the fauna, this giant is called a lumber, and then Garfield is a roly-poly. And also the entire roly-poly civilization, they are very fearful individuals. So they constantly explore and want to understand to alleviate their fearfulness. So anyway, this. So he's a roly-poly. We knew one named that from our time, and he helped us create a safe haven for whatever species came after, for whatever species would come after our leaving. So the harmonic field is in place to keep you all safe from what is out here. You're not ready for that. let's see. Look on this, and there. Not ready for that, so he could have disabled it any time. No. No. Made it that it wouldn't come down until after the renewing and renewing. Your city should be the only one around, and should be the only one around. Yeah, it's true. We don't know if any other cities these are around, and we are trying desperately to prevent a let's see, a predicted catastrophe that Garfield brought to our attention. Catastrophe Garfield brought to our attention. Looks up to the sky, then down to the ground. His eyes closing as he takes in a breath, then speaks once more. Then down to the ground, speaks once more. All green is about to change. It can be tomorrow or any time in the near future. She is ready to further her growth, and we built the harmonic field. So now I'm probably repeating myself, so when I do an actual editing of all this, like, I will make it make sense. Right now it's just a jumble of ideas just to get it out there, and because I mean I far prefer editing than I do writing on a blank page, because I don't know crap about what the story is going to be like until after I at least get a rough draft down. I mean, I can speculate and think about the story, how I want it to go, but ultimately the story is going to tell me where it's going to go. So it's very I don't even know if it's a skill. It's a gift, I guess. So, and I mean, I've been telling stories since, I don't know, like in elementary school and crap. So that's how young I was when I'm like, I like telling stories, and I would tell stories to myself all the time. So this is just the what do you call it, magnus opus or whatever that terminology is of the books I can do or will do. Futures users need to follow a code and rebuild the harmonic field to keep you all in. But since you're out, that must mean that you will become the new stewardess of stewardess. How do you spell that word? Steward. What is stewardess? Stew as the ist. I'm trying to sound it out. Stew. Ist. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Become the new stewardess of my knowledge. He then looks down at his own roots. I see that they are covered in some sort of fabric. He sees my shocked expression and laughs a little. Was told by Allgreen herself that I could no longer be connected to her like I used to. So it's basically the idea of going outside and walking on bare feet, and he has shoes on, in essence. So when we found its head, like I used to. Okay, we'll get to the head part later. So you're decaying. I won't use the word dying, but decaying. Decaying. Actually, what do? No, wilting. That's what plants do. They wilt. So you're wilting. So like all of this is gonna have like plant terminology in it. So yeah. X odds because of my egregious misuse of the all of what the all green provides us and my people. We've all been we've all been not caused. I shouldn't use the word cause. They then I don't know. Because of the misuse of what the organ provides us. Yeah, well, us, my people, and my people, we've all asked for forgiveness at the organ's head. Head. At the organ's head. I'll make it sound more magical, more noble than that. We've all asked for forgiveness. We were given this seedling to plant here, and I've been taxed with protecting it, while never being able to nourish myself on the waters that it gives. Nourish. You are nourish myself. Now we're gonna have issues with this word again. When did I put noise? Where did I put that word? Jeez. There we are. Whenever able to nourish myself on the waters that it gives. And is my punishment. This is my punishment for chopping down all the grand trees. We ended up burning them for our factories. I don't know. Factories. Then we ended up giving them away to a species not of our world. Species not of our world that also walked with the holy holies. That's all. That's right. And that's why you're voting and sharing with me this information so readily. Nods silently. Sambo as stares as not silent. Sambo. Sambo. will ensemble, suddenly ensemble. What about the renewing? I ask, and he places a large hand on the seedling. Once the oh yeah, I completely forgot about this part. Okay, it's okay. Once the in the species that we gave wood to, they called it an apocalypse. Apocalyptic. Apocalyptic. AP. Lectic. Yeah. Off to Google. Close enough. They called it an apocalyptic event. They called it an apocalyptic event in which the world would change drastically. Drastically. We too have a legend like that about the all green fighting and being overpowered by a centipede that would destroy our world. That would destroy our world. There we go. To have a legend about the all green fighting and being overpowered by a centipede that would destroy our world. That's not too different than what we knew would be coming. The world will be destroyed, yet as long as this seedling is protected, the world will regrow and be rejuvenated. But I now believe you also need head to the all green's head to procure a wish. And now we're going into the whole wish tree that I mentioned a few times. Which, as the lands move, its head could be any we are at this point. But that wish is going to grant you the strength, should you choose to protect this, to protect land, something like that. This is going to grant you the strength, should you choose to protect the land. The centipede just a legend to us even, so we don't know if there is any truth that there is. Tell him, as I recall some of the images we took from the 6th device. So the 6th device is basically a device that has like basically all like human blueprints and like knowledge stored on it, and they somehow got one of these. It's from a different reality that when she went dormant and was found the plant ball, which is gaslight. When that happened, she had the 6th device, which is basically like a bracelet, and they were able to basically retro engineer it and take off like a lot of information from it to grow their city more and to make it like more human wise and whatnot. And on the device were images of a centipede that they believe is gonna be the centipede that attacks the land. They just don't know how or why yet. Those I tell them as we call some images we took from the 6th device. A centipede. That a centipede that there is me have found evidence of a centipede that could harm us, but because don't know how we got the device, but because we don't know how we got the device that we found the image on, we can't say for sure. Image. Evidence of the centipede that could almost for sure. Garfield is adamant that it is part of our legend. And throughout the entirety of the story, we're going to hear multiple different legends, but they all tie into the overall story and whatnot. Legend. But I think that's all. I mean, I can go on, but for this chapter alone, I think we are at, it's like the end of at least the rough draft. Wait, what? Apparently I closed it. Well, closed the chapter thing somehow. I need to pay attention pay attention more. So but yeah, we are at the, I believe, the end of at least this chapter, this rough draft. We got the general plot points that I wanted to add. They're out there. And so I think I'm gonna do what I did last week, is do a bit of streaming with video games over the week, and then on the weekend I will always do a actual part to the story if I haven't added anything already. And then if there is a vision that I'm shared with, and then I add to it, I'll definitely, I guess, bring that up next week with it, and we'll put it in. Or I would have already put it in before that, but whatever. So the main point of this channel, it's not necessarily the gaming. The gaming is fun side thing to do to occupy myself, I guess. But then the weekends, since I'm not doing work on the weekends, I do have a full-time job, is gonna be focusing on some aspect of the book. And the whole point is to eventually have a large community, I guess, investing in me through Patreon or something, so that I can eventually stop working at a full-time job and instead focus solely on getting the book done and getting it out there. Because like that's what I really want to do. I want to get the book out there as soon as possible. And so sharing it is hopefully getting people to see, like, oh, he knows what he's doing. This is a fresh, new idea. It's not some rehashed, redundant thing that, whatever. I mean, I think I've said this before, but I like have 1,000 years worth of entertainment knowledge, like, that I've consumed, I've either been a part of, based on my knowledge of like different realities. Like I understand this, so that's why I'm sharing it, to have other people understand it. The whole reason Last Fall is gonna be as long as it's gonna be is because I need to get everyone up to date with what I know, so that you all can know it now. You all can understand what I know. Something like that. I mean, I'm not, what do you call it? The point of this is to, like, I'm not crazy about what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm putting it out there to show people that, like, he knows what he's doing. So it's a process. It takes some time. I have a lot of chapters to go through in just Last Fall alone, to edit it and whatnot. And once I eventually get the Discord set up and we eventually have some sort of community set up, I can maybe get beta readers to like read the stuff and then like just do some minor corrections or edits, and like we form a team to get the book off the ground, and everyone in that team will like it's a shared, it's a community project, because eventually it's gonna be a R-rated animated movie that's probably like 3 or 6 hours long. It's gonna be a long movie, and that's what I want. I want a long movie that actually doesn't talk down to the viewers, but actually makes them think critically about everything, makes them wonder, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, maybe like this reality has dumbed down everything to like this is the most boring reality I have been in. So I am sharing what I know to get that out there. To get the idea of people being from different realities out there. Like, it's not a foreign concept to me. Like, I have experienced this crap. I've experienced a lot of crap in my, not, there needs to be a different terminology than dream, because what I have are not dreams. They are visions, not visions. They are me walking in other realities, other versions of myself, and learning and understanding and remembering what I was once like, and what other entertainment things I can bring into this reality to make it better. Because, like I said, everything about this reality is about dumbing people down, making them stupid as thought, and I I don't want that. I want to make people intelligent. I want people to think critically. I want people to understand this. So that's why, like, it's so simple. It's like to get the widest audience out there to come to the story, to read it, to see it's good. The I had a train of thought somewhere, but I don't know. I lost the train of thought. Crap. I I'm just trying to improve the reality as best I can, to in essence give the reality hope that there are actual, like, there's creative geniuses out there, and I am one of them. This is gonna be a huge story, a huge movie that the world is gonna know about. So as soon as people come to me, I guess, when they come to me, I don't know. I'm still working on that. But yeah, sorry for the. I'm not sorry for the rant. It's a good rant. But yeah. So I am done for now on this chapter for the time being. Next week I'll either be working on it or work on a different chapter to share. But it's all to build up hype, to bring people in to see the project that I'm working on, that I've been working on for like 5 years now. That is long. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do what you do. And we'll get back to, I'll probably have tomorrow off, but we'll get back to everything on Monday and just begin the cycle again. And yeah, so talk to y'all later. And bye.